I love working with a team towards a common goal.
For the camaraderie.
Camaraderie and playing with my teammates.
I play for my team.
Teamwork and the connections that I can build on and off field.
For the community and the exercise.
Because of the community and the competition.
I like playing Ultimate Frisbee for the competition.
I play for the competition and the fun.
For fun.
Because fun.
I love getting to work hard.
You get out of it what you put into it.
Leave everything out here.
Every time I step on the field, I want to be a better player.
You know, give something people to talk about.
Be happy but never satisfied. To step away from real life and focus on Frisbee.
I play because I love Ultimate.
Find your drive.
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 Welcome to Canadian 4-on-4 Nationals here in Gloucester, Ontario. We are on day 2 of Nationals. Sunday morning here. We have a semifinals happening in the juniors division. We'd first like to start with our land acknowledgement. Ottawa is located on the traditional and unceded territory of the Anishinaabe Algonquin Nation. We would also like to acknowledge our sponsors, Be Ultimate, Discraft, Chocolat Favori Orléans, as well as Ottawa Tourism. Just to give you guys a little refresh, the games here are 50 minutes long, 50 minutes. There's a hard cap for half, so you're going to hear the whistle. It's going to be hard stop, even if the point is not done being played, as well as at the end. That's how the game will end, unless the score is equal, and then the teams must complete the point. The half is at 24 minutes. And today we have Noir here from Quebec City going against OJCUP from Ottawa. My name is Kimberly Moret-Coulombe. I am one of your hosts alongside
Catherine Partin, and we'll be doing a bit of Franglish today. Du franglais.
Du franglais. On va se pratiquer à faire du un peu de français, un peu d'anglais.
C'est ça.
On va y aller.
Notre but, c'est de...
On a de la misère avec les gens qui passent en avant de notre station en ce moment.
On a même mis des petits cônes, puis on a quand même du monde qui marche devant nous.
On essaie de défendre notre territoire. Grosse game ici ce matin pour les juniors. On a vu que OJCUP ont eu pas mal de succès pendant le tournoi. Je pense qu'ils n'ont pas eu une défaite à date, ils ont juste des victoires. Et Noir ici avec une grosse game pour se rendre en finale. Est-ce que tu as parlé un peu avec les coachs de OJCUP pour savoir c'est quoi leur stratégie ce matin?
Oui, donc j'ai parlé avec les OJCUP coachs ce matin, puis ce qu'ils ont mentionné, c'est vraiment ils veulent rentrer dans cette game vraiment calme, vraiment relax, continuer avec la chimie qu'ils ont déjà construite tout le long de la saison. En fait, fun fact, OJCUP this entire season has been playing a adult league on Wednesday nights called IPL in Ottawa, and it's a competitive 4-on-4 adult league that happens. So they've been doing that all winter since.
Oh, for a long time. I can attest to it. I play against these juniors and they humble me constantly. So, you know, I think there is such great potential coming out of Ottawa.
J'ai aussi eu la chance de parler au coach de Noir, Papa Dimitrou, puis lui aussi disait vraiment ce qu'il voulait vraiment transmettre le message à son équipe, c'est de vraiment rentrer vraiment calme.
Oui. Donc on a le sifflet ici pour commencer la game. Et on voit ici Noir commence en offensive. Donc ça va être... Et non, je pense que je me suis trompée. C'est OJCUP qui commence en offensive. Oui, OJCUP en offensive. Avec numéro 39, Fletcher. Fletcher with a pass right off the bat. Not completed in the end zone. I believe we have a call here, an uncontested foul call. Oh, uncontested, yes. Uncontested should stay on the line. Yes. And we see here number 6. 60. Grzyk here with the disc in the middle. Oh, Oh, with a nice try to the end zone here to number 73, Muter. And we're going to have Quick Noir starting with the disc on the line. On recentre à Gauthier. Ensuite jusqu'à Papa Dimitriou. Il regarde pour avoir une option. Il lance vers l'arrière. On continue côté ouvert. Encore dans les mains de Papa Dimitriou. Il lance un bris à Gauthier.
Donc, en fait, c'est Manzi parce que Papa Dimitriou et Manzi, les deux, ils partagent le numéro 9 ensemble.
C'est Manzi. OK. 19 et 9. C'est bon à savoir. Et c'est un point pour Quick Noir. C'est dur de voir, il y a tellement de gens sur le terrain en ce moment, on a besoin de voir les numéros. On vous confirme ça aussitôt qu'on a de l'information. 34, Gauthier qui a scoré ici dans l'end zone pour Quick Noir et c'est 1-0 pour le Québec. On retourne en anglais. Lumley picks up the disc. A swing around. Ooh, a nice catch here by Moffett. She picks it up low off the ground. She tries to get that IO out. Unsuccessful here. Quick Noir qui ramasse le disque. Arellano qui recentre à Enriquez. Recentre encore à Chandonnet. Chandonnet regarde ses options. Et une belle passe à Godin. Beaucoup de mouvements ici, Quick Noir. Et une passe qui va un peu trop loin ici. Ça va être OJCUP qui va ramasser le disque. Lumley with the disc on the line. Looking for a round, a nice around here, gaining all the break side to Moffett, to the end zone for Cleveland. Great movement here by OJCUP.
I think this is going to be quite an exciting game where you're going to see two very strong teams that came in strong through the tournament, and it's going to be a game where they exchange a lot of points.
Yes. We saw here a great long pass, a long OI all the way through the field. She really took the time and had good vision on the field. Et c'est Quick Noir avec le disque. Il retourne à Gauthier. Gauthier qui regarde le terrain. Ça, c'est Papa Dimitriou. Partage son numéro avec Manzi. Une belle passe, oui, une gauchère ici. Manzi. Et un score ici de Quick Noir. Du beau mouvement ici de Québec qu'on voit. Ils partagent vraiment les tâches. On voit les garçons ainsi que les female matching players, les filles ici qui jouent. Tout le monde participe très bien dans le jeu. OJCUP to pick it up. Ooh, unfortunate throwaway here by Grisic. Et c'est Quick Noir avec le disque. Manzi avec un scoober. Oui, on ressent ici à Godin. Et on a un call sur le terrain.
And this is like one of the great parts about juniors is just the spirit of the game. We can tell that they're very, especially the juniors too, have been really good at having open discussion with the other opponents, shaking hands and being very respectful.
And this is something you will see. The spirit of the game is a big part of the Ultimate community, especially now at the juniors level. We want to make sure that this is instilled from day one for them to understand that when there are calls on the field, it's important to have a cool, calm, collected discussion to resolve the issue at hand. So OJCUP with the disc back in their hands here. We have Fletcher with the disc, open side to Dickey. Oh, great catch here by Muter. Looking for something upfield, and she goes around to Grisic. to Fletcher, who big hammer cross field. That's successful. I will never fail to be impressed at the level of maturity and how the skill that these juniors have. Completing a hammer across the field like that is something that even at a skilled seniors level takes a lot of practice. Great throw here.
It's really about that trust and that communication and that chemistry that you build up a whole season with your team to be able to trust them and know where to go.
100%. Quick Noir ici avec le disque. Ils ont tout le côté ouvert. On voit ici une force revers. Oh, à Papa Dimitriou qui essaye pour le end zone. C'est pas complété. OJCUP to pick up the disc. OJCUP, nice break around. With Lumley with the disc in his hands. And he tries to the end zone, and that's a nice D by number 73. Move it. That's not move it. The shorts and the jersey give me different numbers. 33. Henriquez. And she tries for a high release backhand. Unsuccessful here, but it was a good look. 42, Lumley to pick up the disc. Looking for a flick around. We have a flick force here. Nice open sided throw. Moffat looking for something break side. Ooh, a nice IO to Kennedy. To Lumley. Lumley looking for a bail. Back to Kennedy. Oh, Kennedy with a nice IO to Lumley. Lumley with some dump help behind. To Cleveland. Kennedy looking for an option upfield. Nothing. Back to Lumley. To Cleveland on the line. They're looking to punch it in. Nice throw here by Cleveland. I have to say the OJCUP is looking a bit crowded upfield. Sometimes when you see us when we are this far down the field, so we're about in the last third of the field, we like to keep one, max two people upfield to make sure that there's enough space to gather to make those cuts effectively. Quick Noir avec le disque ici sur la ligne. On adore ça, voir une Manzi ramasser le disque. Qui essaie ici avec un revers qui n'est pas complété malheureusement. Gauthier qui a essayé de faire une bonne défensive ici, qui a travaillé fort dans la end zone. But OJCUP comes down with it, and we are at 4-2. 4-2 for OJCUP.
At a break point as well.
Break points early in the game can help cement confidence. This is something that we see. It helps build and accumulate good vibes on a team. It helps pump people up, and so we see this on the sideline. I don't know if the viewers at home can see this as well, but OJCUP seem to really be feeding off this point. Ici, on a Quick Noir sur la ligne, et on recentre à Arellano. Chandonnet, un beau bris ici pour aller au centre du terrain. De retour à Chandonnet. Oh, qui essaye vers le end zone. La zone de but. Et c'est pas complété. So OJCUP to pick up the disc here. To Liu. Liu that gets it on the line to Harvey. Harvey looking for an IO. She's gonna go around. Ooh, nice catch by Liu. A little bobble, but she got it. We're back on the line here. Boulanger, yes, Boulanger. There's a nice backhand around. I believe that's Alexander. Alexander, the son of Marie and Derek Alexander. If you've played in the Ottawa region, you definitely know who those two legends are.
And I believe Alexander is the youngest player last year to have joined Ignite at the age of 14.
14? What was I doing at 14? My goodness. And we see here a nice hammer attempt, but unsuccessful in the end zone by OJCUP. Quick Noir ramasse dans la zone de but. Une force revers vers Chandonnet. À Arellano. Qui lance à Godin. Godin sur la ligne, qui retourne à Arellano. Et c'est un but pour Quick Noir ici. Il a travaillé fort sur la ligne, mais ça s'est rendu. Le terrain 4 contre 4, c'est un terrain extrêmement restreint. On voit ici que c'est très important d'être capable de se démarquer, d'avoir vraiment une agilité physique pour essayer de rester dans la zone de but. Quick Noir a fait un bon effort ici. OJCUP to pick up the disc on the line with Fletcher to Dickey. And we have an incident here in the middle of the field. That was a very poised discussion, pretty quick resolution, and we're back in play. And Dickey attempts to Mooter on the line. That's still in. Mooter with a little disc looking to the end zone. She dumps back to Dickey. Dickey to Fletcher. And Fletcher to Mooter for a score. Fletcher here doing a good job of quarterbacking, making sure the disc keeps moving. Has OJCUP specified a little bit of their objectives or how they go about generating a pretty steady offense?
Their O and D strategy, let's start with their O strategy. It's to score, and their D strategy is to stop the other team from scoring. You know?
So we're talking fundamentals. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Learning how to do fundamentals will get you great knowledge in the game. Quick Noir ici avec le disque. On est au centre du terrain. Une belle passe de revers ici à Manzi. Manzi qui regarde. Lancer du coup droit. À Chandonnet sur la ligne. On retourne à Manzi au milieu du terrain. Je crois que c'est Arellano. Chandonnet avec le beau lancer IO backhand ici. Très impressionnant.
Le mantra de l'équipe de Quick Noir, c'est vraiment de se rester calme, d'être capable de bouger le disque comme ils ont fait tout à l'heure et d'être patient.
All right, OJCUP to pick up the disc here on the far side of the field. We have a flick force. Another female picking it up. We'd love to see with a nice back. A sweet hammer throw right from the get-go. And that's a score. Wow. Oh, no, that's not a score. My apologies. Right on the line. We're back with Alexander with a scoober to Boulanger. Boulanger with the disc in the middle of the field to Liu. Liu who tries to get it in, but it's D'd by Quick Noir. I just love to see this enthusiasm. This is awesome.
Especially at the junior level too.
This is the kind of environment you want to play in. Quick Noir avec le 10 sur la ligne. Aymon qui regarde. Gros lancer revers. Et je pense que c'est hors du terrain. Oui, the disc goes back to Alexander. Alexander here to pick up with a backhand. We have a flick. And that was an amazing catch here by Harvey. Harvey looking for the hammer throw. That is unsuccessful. These juniors are here to play. These are some pretty sweet throws that we see coming out here. This is a nice veteran call here by Quick Noir.
Ça va vraiment leur donner, leur permettre à un temps de vraiment recopier leurs idées, vraiment trouver un nouveau plan, se calmer, puis re-rentrer parce que ça fait déjà assez long comme point.
On a vu quand même quelques échanges ici. C'était dans les mains de Quick Noir, ensuite OJCUP. Et je pense qu'il y a quelque chose qui peut vraiment aider le jeu en ce moment, c'est juste de prendre un grand respire, de repartir avec une tête un peu plus froide. Parce qu'en ce moment, quand tu vois des gros jeux comme des grosses défensives, des fois, les gens se mettent vraiment dans un état où ils veulent prendre des décisions un peu hâtives. Donc, on aimerait les encourager à vraiment arriver avec une tête qui est capable de prendre des décisions un peu plus posées.
And we have quite the crowd today, too. We've got a lot of Quebec supporters, a lot of Ontario supporters, a lot of parents, a lot of families. So shout out to them. Shout out to admins for the juniors as well. It's not an easy job.
Exactly. I don't know if the viewers at home can see this, but honestly, the sidelines here are pretty packed. It's very, very cool to see because knowing that these kids are, young adults, I guess at this point, are playing with this level of pressure it's amazing. I did not play with this amount of pressure at this age, and I can only imagine what these people will be able to generate when they get to 24, 25 and play on a bigger stage. This comes with great pressure. Quick Noir ici avec le disque. On voit Enriquez. De recevoir le lancer de revers ici, c'est pas complété. OJCUP on the end zone line here. With Harvey gets it done to Boulanger for the score. And we are at 6-4. 6-4 OJCUP. Pretty pumped about that one. The coaches here on the OJCUP side, we have, there's a lot of support in Ottawa. So we have Bélanger, we have Story, Adibe, as well as Atala.
And it's very fun because each coach recognizes that they each have their own persona and each have their own role that really helps support and construct and build this team.
Great cut here by Gauthier. Gauthier avec le scoober. Manzi avec le gros lancer du revers qui fait tout le terrain côté bris. Wow! Quel lancer de la part de Manzi.
J'adore vraiment l'énergie que Québec ils apportent, ils amènent quand ils ont un point. Ils font beaucoup de célébrations. Même l'enthousiasme puis l'énergie du coach Papa Dimitrou, ça se transmet à tout le monde ici en regardant.
100%. Vous allez sûrement l'entendre sur le broadcast. On entend le Québec. Ça encourage vraiment l'équipe.
Notorious cheer.
Notorious cheer. On entend ça la majeure partie des équipes québécoises. OJCUP here with the disc on the line. And we have Kennedy with the disc in the center here. She's looking for something upfield.
Line please, line please.
Lumley fakes the hammer and then gets it in the end zone with a nice flick all the way down to fans at home. Cleveland with the score. Seven-5. How far are we from halftime? 43. 11:43. All right, well, we're pretty much 20 minutes in. We're very close to halftime. 7-5. So still pretty close score. On a quick Noir avec le disque. Papa Dimitriou dans un revers. Sur la ligne à Aymon au centre du terrain. Qui ressent à Manzi avec un beau lancer flic jusqu'à Papa Dimitriou. Au centre du terrain pour Gauthier. Une force revers ici de OJCUP. Un backhand à Manzi. Manzi qui s'essaye avec le lancer du coup droit. Le disque est dans les mains de OJCUP. OJCUP who tries for a huge flick huck and that's unsuccessful. Boulanger here. Quick Noir va venir chercher le disque ici au centre du terrain. Manzi qui ramasse. Scuba right from the bat. Il est au centre du terrain. Lancer du revers à Gauthier. Gauthier qui lance à Manzi. Papa Dimitriou qui prend le disque au centre du terrain. Qui regarde pour toutes ses options. Le compte est haut. On est à 8,5. Retourne à Manzi au centre du terrain. On est à Gauthier. Gauthier qui regarde ici en avance. Et on retourne de l'autre côté du terrain à Papa Dimitriou. On travaille fort ici sur le terrain. On regarde les options à Gauthier. Et qui lance à Manzi complété dans le end zone. Beau lancer ici de Gauthier pour voir vraiment la vision. Oh, il reste 1 minute ici à la demi. Le score 7-6 Et c'est un point important ici. Si Quick Noir est capable de faire une grosse défensive, ça peut changer le tempo de la game. OJCUP with the disc in their hands here. Fletcher with it. To Dickey. Dickey with the blade / hammer, but that is completed. Nice throw here to Dickey, from Dickey to Grzyk. Knowing this is a 4-on-4 field, we're talking about smaller surface area. The throws that you see here are things that are very particular to 4-on-4. Scoobers, hammers, high releases. These are all things that are very useful in a 4-on-4 game and make the game way more effective. They're all throws that easily go to the break side. And that's where the defenders oftentimes are less. Quick Noir avec le 10 dans leurs mains. On a Arellano ici au centre du terrain qui retourne à Enriquez. Enriquez qui joue avec Manzi.
And it's interesting here because we are seeing OJCUP adopting a different style of defense. What is your opinion of their defense strategy?
I don't hate it because we see here there's a male matching player, number 42, Lumley. If you see on the field, he is just poaching in the open side, which means that any cuts coming from the open side are very difficult to achieve. This forces Quick Noir to have to look to the break side of the field, where oftentimes it's a little bit harder for the thrower to have to accomplish. It's an interesting strategy, and these are all things we love to see at this level. Throwing different looks on teams will definitely make them have to think, but Quick Noir is doing a great job. Quick Noir qui bouge le 10 extrêmement vite ici partout sur le terrain, ainsi qu'aux filles, aux garçons. C'est vraiment intéressant de voir à quel point ils jouent bien à travers la coupe la coupe défensive qu'on voit de OJCUP. Et c'est contesté, on croit que c'est à l'extérieur de la zone de but. On regarde de l'aide des gens qui sont aux extrémités du terrain.
C'est difficile des fois avec du 4 contre 4 parce que des fois, juste avec ton orteil, on ne sait jamais si c'est à l'intérieur ou non. Mais félicitations au point à Quick Noir.
C'est complété. 8-7 ici pour OJCUP. Et ça reste très chaud, très proche. C'est des games qu'on adore voir. OJCUP here to pick up the disc. Alexander going to pick up in the middle of the field. We see a horizontal formation here on offense by OJCUP. Curious to see who initiates, and we have a break side deep throw here by Alexander. Oh, that was close to being caught by Boulanger. So the disc is on the line for Quick Noir. We have Gauthier walking to pick it up. And ça, c'est la demi. On entend le sifflet ici qui part. So, 8-7 here, 8-7.
We would also like to thank our sponsor.
Orléans and Ottawa Tourism. So we're halfway through this game. We are at a very tight score. Any thoughts on what you think the coaches are discussing with their players right now?
I feel like this is a really good time to remind your team what they're here for, really keep their intensity. Now's not the time to walk in feeling demoralized or feeling nervous. This is really the time to really get your team in the moment. A lot of mindfulness.
Yes. As we saw here, this last point by OJCUP, they threw in this new poachy zone defense that they tried. There were 4 people on the field, 3 people were person-to-person defense, and 1 male matching player was on the open side. And it seemed to force Quick Noir to have to really get a lot of throws in, trying to up the ante on trying to get them to make more mistakes. And fortunately, Quick Noir showed a lot of experience there. They had a lot of good throws. And so I'd be curious to see if they're going to try and keep it on, keep it going, have something different to throw against Quick Noir, get them to think. But there's a lot of throwing experience on this team. I'm very impressed with Quick Noir. You see the disc a lot in Manzi's hands. She's someone who gets involved and has been showing a lot of great throwing ability under pressure.
Well, it's also exciting because it's such a tight game where there's tight exchanges and points. And you can tell and you can feel the energy as you walk on the field. Both teams are hungry. Both teams want to win.
Exactly. So I believe we have Quick Noir here on offense. Manzi with the disc in her hands. Manzi qui va prendre le disque au centre du terrain. C'est vraiment fantastique à voir que Manzi ramasse le disque au début d'une demi comme ça. C'est une position qu'on veut voir les filles jouer plus souvent. C'est un rôle, ça va clairement être un avenir prometteur, Manzi. Donc c'est très le fun à voir qu'elle ramasse le disque, elle a la confiance et elle lance avec confiance. Disque au centre du terrain. Chandonnet. Chandonnet qui retourne à Manzi avec un bel attrapé sur la ligne. Manzi qui tente le lancer du revers à Chandonnet sur la ligne. À Aymon. Aymon qui regarde upfield. Ouh. Chandonnet qui complète. Non, pardon. C'est Chandonnet qui a scoré. Mais l'assist vient de... J'attends qu'il se retourne. Gauthier.
So now they've brought it to a tie. As a strategy for coach, what are the messages that you would try and tell your team?
At this point, I find that they're moving the disc very well. They're having a lot of completions, and so there's a lot of how to keep doing what they're doing, and then just keep the energy high. Make sure that people are engaged on the sidelines. If you have the whole team into it, the chances are you're going to be successful. Godin here with a lovely deep play. She gets in the end zone, getting ready for that. Those bookends. Chandonnet avec le disque ici sur le... Chandonnet qui va d'amour. De retour à Chandonnet. Oh, et le bel attrapé d'Henriquez. Henriquez avec un high release backhand à Chandonnet. Et ça, c'est un bris de la part de Quick Noir. Ça change les choses. Quand tu es capable, je pense que c'est la première fois dès le début de la game qu'ils mènent.
Je pense que c'est le premier bris.
Oui, ils ont scoré le premier point, je pense.
C'est ça.
Mais je pense que ça va vraiment changer la game en ce moment. Quick Noir qui prennent la relève. OJCUP here with the disc on the line. Back to Lumley. Lumley looking for something upfield, and he goes dump around to Kennedy. Kennedy backhand here on the line. Looking upfield from Moffitt. Back to Lumley. Lumley in the middle of the field. Kennedy looking for something. And she punches it in here. Female point. Love that. Moffitt scored that for OJCUP. So we're back 9-9. To remind everyone, this is for a spot in the finals. The finals are being played in 2 hours, I believe, or an hour and a half. They have time to recenter themselves, and then they're in it for the big game. Chandonnet ici avec le disque au centre du terrain à Henriquez. Henriquez qui tente le rentrée dans le end zone. Et il fait ça avec succès. Henriquez. Oh, on pense peut-être qu'il y a un call sur le terrain en ce moment. On voit une discussion ici qui semble très, très calme. C'est un point, c'est un but pour Quick Noir. Un beau lancer du revers, très rapide ici d'Henriquez. Ça a vraiment permis de rentrer dans une zone extrêmement restreinte. Quick Noir fait vraiment un bon effort d'impliquer les filles dans leur game. Je trouve que ça fait vraiment une différence quand on regarde une équipe de 4 contre 4 où les filles participent dans le jeu. Tu vois vraiment le succès d'une équipe. OJCUP here with the disc. Dickey tries to get the backhand, and we see into the people watching the game. He did not stop. He was going to get it done. I respect that. Showing some hustle here on the field.
Sometimes it's tricky when you've got limited spectator space.
Exactly.
But you know, what's worth it more? The point or...
And people honestly right now are calling it in. The spectators are saying it was a goal. So we'll see what people are, if we're going with the opinion. Oh, no, we're going to call it on the line, but not in the end zone. There's a pick call on the field. We have Mutter with the disc in our hands here. Bit of discussion. A lot of traffic here. But Mutter punches it in to Lumley, I believe. Yeah. Nope, that's Fletcher. Fletcher with the score. 10-10. This will be a nail biter all the way to the end. Coaches are doing a good job. They're all staying pretty relaxed on the sideline.
And just a reminder, this game goes until 12:15, so we have about 20 minutes left.
20 minutes. Plenty of time. Plenty of time. I feel like I could not remain this calm if I was a coach on the sideline. Quick Noir avec le disque ici. Ils sont dans une zone du terrain qui est assez difficile à sortir. On voit ici qu'il y avait une force du coup droit. Et maintenant, une zone particulière de OJCUP. On voit un poaching ici de Lumley qui est dans le milieu du terrain, qui n'est pas nécessairement là pour couvrir un joueur en particulier, donc il essaie de rendre la chose un peu plus difficile pour Quick Noir, mais Quick Noir démontre qu'ils ont beaucoup d'expérience, ils s'adaptent bien, ils bougent bien sur le terrain. Le disque est dans les mains de Manzi. Manzi qui regarde pour un revers ici à Enriquez. Enriquez avec beaucoup de trafic en avant d'elle. Elle reprend le disque. On redonne à Manzi. Enriquez. Et un high release. Wow.
Et c'est vraiment la stratégie que Quick Noir voulait vraiment adopter. C'est des passes qui sont vite, juste pour être capable de circuler vite puis pas laisser la défense avoir le temps de s'ajuster.
On a vu Chandonnet ici avec un gros catch dans le end zone. Il est capable de sauter. Chandonnet, je te confirme qu'il est très athlétique. Et c'est vraiment plaisant de voir Manzi et Enriquez jouer ensemble. Ils démontrent qu'ils ont beaucoup d'expérience, qu'ils ont beaucoup de chimie ensemble. Et Enriquez qui complète l'assist ici pour Quick Noir. OJCUP to pick up. We're going to have a flood stack on the open side. We see Alexander here getting open in the lane. Quick release to Harvey. Harvey who tries the backhand to Boulanger. That is unsuccessful. Quick Noir ramasse le disque. Avec une force revers. On traverse le terrain. On monte à Chandonnet. Chandonnet regarde en haut du terrain. Il redonne pour un dump. Chandonnet ici très impliqué. Chandonnet qui s'isole dans le terrain ici. Et c'est un point pour Quick Noir.
Ça va être leur deuxième point de bris.
Ça fait une différence. Des points de bris 12-10 en ce moment. Ça fait une grosse différence dans un jeu quand... Et on voit ici OJCUP qui appelle pour un timeout. These are moments when you need to center your team. When you are down 2 breaks, there's a chance that people start putting their heads down. People start getting a little bit more discouraged. And I think this is a great call on the coaches from OJCUP to just get their players to center. Everything's fine. We're doing okay. We have this. We've been successful this whole season, this whole tournament. And so, great call on their part.
Mental games are so important.
So true. And it's very important to monitor that, especially at a junior level when you're learning how these things work. And I think it's a great job on the part of the coaches to just try and reset the mentality of these players right now.
It's easy to get down on yourself with a drop, with being D'd on, throwaway. So to have the ability as an adult, even a junior, to get your headspace out and focus on the now.
So true.
And let go of that mistake and forgive yourself
100%.
Is huge.
Because exactly like you said, when you make mistakes and you have to start over right away, it takes a particular kind of mental game to just say, you know what, that was my bad. Let's keep moving. They talk, there's strategies. I was reading an article recently about this, about how either you jump or you clap your hands. So there's like a physical effort they need to make to try and detach yourself from that mistake to keep moving on. A lot of research going on about that because it's something you see in every single sport. You have to constantly keep moving. OJCUP here with the disc on the far side of the field. We have a flood stack here happening on the open side. We just saw this, an offensive play from OJCUP. Mooter with the disc. Here to Dickey. Dickey centers it back to Fletcher. Fletcher seems to be holding a scuba, but opts for a backhand. Backhand to Dickey. Dickey up the line here to Mooter. Is Mooter going to punch it in? And she does to Fletcher. That was a pretty effective point. So we got 12-11 for Quick Noir. OJCUP, great job out of that timeout, really getting it done. Seems to have helped mentally. When you're down 2 breaks and you come in and you score on offense, that really does change the mental game. All of a sudden you're back into it and we're back on the field. Quick Noir avec un gros attrapé ici sur le terrain Chandonnet. Jusqu'à Godin. Godin qui retourne à Chandonnet. À Gauthier. Gauthier qui a le 10 sur la ligne. Lance à Godin. Godin qui regarde pour un dump. Regarde pour de l'aide. Manzi vient à sa rescousse. Gauthier. Gauthier à Godin encore. Godin à Chandonnet. Chandonnet à Gauthier. Il y a beaucoup de mouvements sur le terrain en ce moment. Et un gros lancer backhand IO. Parcouru presque la moitié du terrain pour Manzi dans la zone de but. Il y a un peu de discussion en ce moment, mais on décide que c'est un but. Manzi avec un gros attrapé ici. Avec un disque qui était très proche du sol, mais il a des bonnes mains, Manzi. 13-11. Quick Noir garde, maintient le lead. OJCUP here setting up. We're seeing Fletcher picking up the disc on the line. We have another flood stack. Seems to be an offensive play they like. Consistent. You just don't really know who's going to be the initiating cutter. Who's it going to be this time? I think we have a backhand force on Fletcher. Both Mooter and Dickey getting open, getting isolated in the field. This from Alexander to Dickey. Dickey to Fletcher. Fletcher looking for that IO. Chooses against it. Scuba to Alexander.
Make space.
Alexander gets it back to Fletcher. Nice catch. Good hands there. Back to Alexander on a nice up the line. I don't know if the viewers can hear at home, but the Quick Noir team they're into that sideline. We love the enthusiasm.
I have to say,
a lot of barking.
Was that not a point?
Non, je pense que c'est un revirement. Et le disque est dans les mains de Papa Dimitriou à Enriquez, qui va à Papa Dimitriou. Enriquez à Aymon. Aymon qui retourne à Enriquez. À Damour. À Enriquez avec le beau lancer droit. Je pense que c'était un bris même.
Un autre bris.
Mais c'était un lancer bris.
Oui.
Un bris et un lancer bris.
Un bris et un lancer bris.
Enriquez qui a été une contribution vraiment importante à ce point offensif. Montrer qu'elle était vraiment en confiance. Elle était vraiment importante à ce point-là. On voit que c'est quelqu'un qui a le 10 dans les mains avec beaucoup de confiance. Donc, une joueuse très importante pour Quick Noir ici. And an amazing D here on the part of Quick Noir against OJCUP, but there is a call. I believe there's a foul call. This is when it gets tight. It's 14-11, and Quick Noir really wants to try and make an impact on defense here to cement the win and get their ticket to the finals. A nice smooth backhand here to Moffat. Moffat punches it in.
You can tell that OJCUP is very resilient and they really are fighting back. They haven't given up. They're still fighting to get to that top.
I agree, because on the D that we just saw from Quick Noir, these are moments where sometimes you can start second guessing, because when you feel that defense really pushing in, and then all of a sudden you hesitate on your cuts or you hesitate on your throws, and we're seeing OJCUP here really pushing through and showing, no, we got this. We'll get it done.
And we didn't catch this, but Mafat even went to go speak to the player where they had a D. She went to congratulate them. Just great overall OJCUP spirit.
That's awesome to see. Good job. Quick Noir avec le disque ici. On a Enriquez encore une fois ici en offensive. Contribue grandement au succès de Quick Noir. OJCUP picking up the disc here. Lumley to Liu. Liu getting that done. To Harvey to Alexander. Alexander with a big hammer. What a catch by Lumley. Wow. That was impressive. There's a lot of traffic in the end zone. There's a lot of traffic in the dump space here. Bit of a call. We're trying to discuss the rules, I believe. Violation call here. Violation is called here for the people at home that are unsure when you move before a disc is tapped in. And so you have to make sure that everybody is set before the disc is, you start counting and the disc is in check. So we have Alexander, we're going back to Lumley here. Lumley picks up. I believe that was another violation call. It's just, people are very excited. They're very excited to get this game going.
You can feel it.
Alexander with the disc in their hands here. To Liu, and a bit of a pick in the middle of the field for Quick Noir. There's a bit of discussion. So an important part of the pick is that you have to be within 3 meters when you call it. And so oftentimes that's the discussion that you're going to hear about players on the field to make sure that they were within the acceptable distance when they were playing D. So Liu and Godin here having a nice composed conversation. Spirit of the game once again. We love to see it. And the disc is going to go back to Alexander. Liu in the dump spot. We have 2 people close to the end zone. Oh, what a catch. Harvey showing her hands out there. A lot of people in the end zone. There's a lot of traffic up here. Lumley with the disc in the middle. Trying to look for something in the end zone. And he throws it back to Liu, who gets it to Harvey. Harvey looking for a backhand. She has Lumley in the middle of the field. To Alexander. Another call on the field. I believe a travel here. I have to say, there's a lot of traffic upfield.
We have about 7 minutes left of the game, too.
7 minutes to halftime. I think it would be very beneficial for OJCUP here to really identify 1 or 2 people max to go upfield and really push a dump all the way back there to make sure that they have enough space. You see there's 4 defenders from Quick Noir in such a tight area. There's not a lot of space to throw on the field. And unfortunate miscue here on OJCUP's part. Quick Noir ici avec le disque. On va ramasser Enriquez qui va tenter de se démarquer ici. Et le disque va à Aymon. Ça retourne au centre du terrain. Arellano. Chandonnet. Chandonnet regarde. Et il tente la longue passe. Et c'est complété à Enriquez. Chandonnet et Enriquez qui jouent très bien ensemble les deux. Change 12. Any thoughts on OJCUP? How would you address this? What do we have? 5 minutes left? This is when you need the big play here.
So I think advantagely a nice timeout again to recollect your thoughts and just kind of help your team. But I think with our 4-on-4 rules here, you're only allowed 1 timeout per game.
You are correct. Per team.
Per team.
So OJCUP here on the line. Unfortunately, Quick Noir just trips and cannot cover her offensive player. And so OJCUP punches it in pretty quickly. So, score 15-13, 5 minutes to go. I cannot stress this enough. If OJCUP can get a D on this point, this is where you see things turning around.
And that's the thing about four is there may be 5 minutes left, but you never know what kind of points you're going to get.
Exactement. Quick Noir en ce moment démontre qu'ils sont très composés. Ils scorent constamment en offensive. Ils jouent très bien ensemble. Donc, honnêtement, Quick Noir maintient le lead sans problème. Le disque à Enriquez, à Papadimitriou, qui retourne à Enriquez, qui retourne. Oh! Et c'est une défensive. And we talked about this.
D you just mentioned.
And Alexander with the big D. Big defensive play here, throwing all the way back on the dump to Grzyk. Grzyk trying to look upfield, and he throws a nice flick backhand around to Alexander, to Moffat. Moffat looking to the end zone. And that is a nice D here by Quick Noir. Si Quick Noir peut maintenir le disque en offensive, je pense que ça va vraiment les aider dans le jeu. On voit ici le disque à Papadimitriou. Enriquez se démarque sur le terrain. À Manzi, à Papadimitriou. Le beau lancer calme aussi qu'on voit. Oui, à Enriquez. Enriquez, high release. Lancer qui aime beaucoup. Un Chandonnet ici, presque sur la ligne, qui retourne à Enriquez. Ils sont très tranquilles. Quick Noir, je suis impressionné avec le niveau avec lequel ils jouent. Ils n'ont pas l'air stressés. Chandonnet qui regarde pour un scuba, décide contre. Manzi à Enriquez qui retourne à Chandonnet, une défensive, mais il y a une faute qui est appelée ici. Mais une faute contestée, donc le disque retourne à Enriquez. Enriquez avec le high release backhand à Chandonnet. À Manzi, Papadimitriou qui retourne à Chandonnet. Du beau mouvement ici de Quick Noir. On voit vraiment qu'ils ont beaucoup de confiance dans le disque, dans leurs habiletés. Manzi avec le disque dans les mains. Avec Enriquez qui a fait une belle cote ici du côté bris. Beaucoup de lancers revers. Enriquez qui se démarque. Et on a un up the line qui est complété à Manzi. Up the line, je pense en français ça va être tracé vers la ligne. Un beau tracé vers la ligne. Et un autre but pour Quick Noir.
Des fois, c'est avantageux de faire quand il reste 3 minutes. C'est juste de circuler le disque. Juste jouer.
On voit vraiment beaucoup de confiance ici avec Quick Noir. Ils sont capables de maintenir le disque dans leurs mains. Ils sont capables de lancer à maintes répétitions. Donc, du beau travail ici de Quick Noir. OJCUP. OJCUP with the disc here. And they punch it in. They get it done as well. 16-14. We got on time. 12-14. Game ends at 12-15. Oh, we got a minute left. And OJCUP down by 2. And Quick Noir ici ramasse en offensive. Donc, on voit le disque dans les mains à Manzi. Si Quick Noir peut maintenir le lead ici, ça peut faire la différence dans la victoire. Ça serait Quick Noir dans la finale aujourd'hui. Un beau lancer de Manzi à Chandonnet. Chandonnet à Enriquez. Enriquez qui retourne à Manzi. Ouh, un beau tracé vers la ligne ici d'Enriquez. Et that is game. 16-14. Quick Noir se ramasse en finale. Une belle équipe du Québec qui a travaillé extrêmement fort. Ils ont des beaux lancers. Ils ont joué avec beaucoup de confiance. Donc, un gros félicitations à Quick Noir.
Et c'est vraiment super parce que on doit se rappeler que Quick Noir était ils n'avaient pas l'avantage comme OJCUP. À un certain point, OJCUP était dans la ligne en temps de points. Puis là, le fait qu'ils étaient capables d'avoir 3 bris, ça a vraiment donné beaucoup de soutien à l'équipe.
Exactement. Ils ont travaillé fort en défensive et on a vu que ça a vraiment payé. Donc, Quick Noir. L'équipe très grande ici. On les voit tout d'un coup, toutes ici à se donner des high fives. C'est impressionnant à quel point ils sont tous grands.
En plus, leur mentalité aussi, ils n'ont jamais été... ils ont toujours été motivés, toujours encourageants entre eux, avec la bonne chimie aussi.
Ouais, on l'a entendu tout au long de la game. Ils ont tout le temps été très enthousiastes, donc gros félicitations à Quick Noir et on leur souhaite bonne chance dans la finale. Nous sommes vos commentatrices, your hosts here today. My name is Kimberly Morin-Coulombe.
And Kat Fortin.
Thank you for listening. Join us back in 10 minutes. We have the senior semifinals playing here on the showcase field. Thank you.